Well, it's good to be healthy, right? We all know that. We all know we need to exercise and eat the right kinds of food, but we don't always do it, Pauline. We like convenience, so it's easy to just run to the store, 7-Eleven, to pick up something to heat up in the microwave.
Why do you keep looking at me, Brandon?
Right. No, I'm just saying you in particular. There's no one else to look at here, right?
All right.
Okay, but first let's talk about exercise. We're talking about aerobic exercise. Do you take part in any kind of aerobic exercises?
Not really. I do an exercise class, but it's more of a strength, muscle building and maybe some stretching. So that's not the aerobic, which is more of the cardio, getting your heart going. And I used to do a lot of dancing, and that was definitely aerobic.
Yeah.
I love to scuba dive, so when I get chances to go swimming, I think that counts as aerobic. I like that one, though, because it doesn't feel like aerobic to me. Something about being in the water, it's a different feeling, but you are doing a more lengthy, extensive movement exercise. I think that's getting your heart pumping, and that one counts.
Right. I think it's great to do exercise by playing sports, right? Or something like that you enjoy, or going on a hike. You already like that activity and you're getting exercise at the same time, right? But we're talking about exercising, but also what we eat. And a big thing to talk about is processed foods. We hear that a lot. What are your thoughts on processed foods, Pauline?
Well, actually, in my family, my parents were very concerned about processed foods, even though we were on a very tight budget, and often processed foods can seem cheaper. My parents really believed in making food from scratch and using more natural ingredients that didn't have as many chemicals and preservatives in it. So I'm really grateful for that. I really think that helped all of us, all of me and my siblings, be really healthy. So I still try to do that, although now as an adult, I recognize how difficult that is.
Yeah, it is. It's challenging, especially when you're in a hurry, right? And you just want to grab something. Well, what do you make of the study in day 2 on processed foods? Fascinating, the results and how it all played out.
Of course, it's such a fascinating study. Friends, if you get a chance to study this study more, you will find there's just so many interesting aspects to it. We didn't have time to go as in-depth as I would have loved to with that. There's a lot of questions about why did this processed food actually create so much weight gain in people when they were consuming the same amount of calories or had the same amount available, and yet they consumed more when they had the processed food, and all the reasons why. It's just very interesting to consider how that might impact our weight. And of course, that doesn't even get into the health side of whether or not long-term those chemicals and preservatives and all those things, how that's going to affect your body.
That is a key point, the health impact, right? We keep hearing don't eat a lot of processed foods, right? And it makes sense, right? Let's eat something that's healthy, made from scratch like your mom did. That sounds like a great idea to me, but it takes effort, right? And so we have to be willing to put in the time. Well, we hope that you check out this health article and that you are able to get some exercise in and to eat some good, healthy food.